Well, first of all, hopefully everybody had a Merry Christmas and going into the new year in a day or two here. So, let's talk about No Name Nationals. Let's talk about No Name Nationals 2024, which if you didn't see John Wilburn's live, it was just announced. I'll give you a quick little information on that. It is September 19th, 20th, 21st in Sikeston, Missouri, same location. The track got renamed to, I think it was Skelton Raceway. It used to be Jeffers Motorsports Park. But regardless, same place. I believe he mentioned that it's under better management now, and there's a lot of things that are going to be improved as compared to the last 2 years that we've been there. So looking forward to that, better track conditions, and so on. So that's what that is, and I've already registered for it. So we will be there, and I'll be there with a car this year regardless, no matter what, unless there's some kind of tragedy or some kind of crazy thing happens. I'll be there with a car making passes. So now we're looking at the Super B here. It's got a bunch of junk on it because, building, stuff gets moved around and cars turn into shelves. But the Super B is Plan A. Okay? The Super B already has the 500 horsepower 440 in it with 550 torque, and it's already, I don't know percentage-wise, but, and that hood is latched. I can't get it one-handed, or else I would. But you can go back and you can actually see dyno tests on that engine. There's a lot of coverage on that. So it's a very strong engine. It's got a rebuilt automatic transmission in it, and it has a 391 gear set in the 8 3/4. That's freshly rebuilt. So it should run pretty good. The stall converter is it's only about 2800, 2900, so not anything like super, 3500 converter like a lot of cars have, because this is not a race car. This is a street car that will be raced occasionally. So this car isn't being built for No Name Nationals. It's being built because it's something we have and something we've wanted to do. So it's going to get put together just like you see it pretty much. I've got to go through and do a bunch of interior stuff and hook up accessories and stuff on the engine. But once I have the interior stuff done and the wiring done, it's ready to run. I've already run the engine in the car. I mean, it's already hooked up. The transmission is in, the drive shaft is in, the rear end is all put together. I just need to go through and finish some things on it. So, everybody needs a good Plan B. So, this is Plan A. This is what we want to do. This is what we are very likely going to do. But let's talk about Plan B, just in case. So, moving over to the other side of the building here. Here's Plan B. Another 69 Dodge. Real surprising there. This is a 69 Coronet 500 that somebody swapped a 440 and a 18 spline 4-speed and a Dana rear end in. There are plenty of videos on this car, and there are plenty more videos coming soon on this car. This will be getting a lot of different modifications done to it this spring, if everything goes according to plan. But this car does run and drive as is. It is just a stock 440, but I will be doing an intake, cam, carb, potentially headers, and a few other things under the hood. So it'll probably be a good 425, 450 horse once I get a few things done on it. But we're not there yet. We'll see what happens. This is Plan B. And worst case scenario, if for some reason this thing didn't get any attention done to it at all, it runs and drives as is. So this thing actually, I'd like to get it dialed in a little better, but if I wanted to, I could take this to a track right now and make a pass if I wanted to. So this is Plan B, and it's a really solid Plan B because it's already a running car. It's already done enough to have some fun with it. If, for whatever reason, the Super B plan falls through. But this is going to be the focus. This is going to be the main attraction, I guess, for this channel and No Name Nationals. So I've got to, as far as a quick to-do list, I am going to be swapping out to manual steering. It has a power steering box on it right now. I'm having issues with that with header clearance. I could just bash the headers, but I don't want to. And manual steering's a lot lighter, and I like it a lot better. So there's my reasoning. I've got to put the dash together and wire it, and then get the bulkhead in, and then I have a brand new wiring harness for the engine itself. So that's what there is to do on that. The transmission linkage is already hooked up and everything. I need to figure out what I'm going to do about kickdown linkage. I don't know what I'm doing about kickdown linkage yet, so I have to figure that out. I don't know if I'm going to try to use stock linkage pieces or not, but I have a significantly taller intake than factory. I'll actually probably just ask my dad what he used on his car because he had the same intake, and that'll probably be something that he could help out with if he remembers what he had on his car. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, I think, and we get to get this car done finally, because there's been a lot of other things getting in the way of it being done, aka putting together a massive building that nothing has ever turned out or worked properly on it. So, that's just our luck. But anyways, just want to give an update, just want to share my No Name National plan. Don't expect anything from this anytime real soon. We are getting into the dead of winter, and obviously it costs a lot of money to heat a shop, especially when it's not done and not insulated. So we're going to kind of just work on little things here and there as we can, but there will be videos on this as progress happens. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for a bunch of stuff on the Coronet and a whole bunch of other projects, but definitely consider liking, sharing, subscribing, all that fun stuff. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.